All right, I am here with Paula Creamer at the ShopRite LPGA Classic presented by Acer. Welcome. We're happy to have you here. We'll just get started into things. Back in Galloway, New Jersey, what is it? How special it to be back here?
I have played this event so many times, and I love coming back. I love the atmosphere. I like the golf course, and they've supported the LPGA. ShopRite has for so many years, and it's great to come back and play. Now, obviously, a little different having a little one, so it's like kind of a rookie year for me so far, but. It is great to come back to a golf course that I know very well and feel very comfortable on.
And 6 top 10 finishes here since all the times you've played here. What do you love about this golf course?
Well, I think you have to you have to use all the clubs in the bag, which is nice. Sometimes you play golf courses where you feel like you only hit the same club over and over again. And here you have to, really be good with the wind. You have to be good with your irons. You have to, hit their very small greens, lots of little runoffs everywhere. So putting the ball in the right place on the greens and giving yourself opportunities for birdie. And that's always been a strength of mine is my iron game. So I feel like that has helped me play well here. And I think, like I said, I feel comfortable. I've played it so many times. I've played it in all different kinds of conditions. And so there's not many surprises to me when I do come out here.
And you mentioned previously about being a mom. What has it been like this past year with like a learning curve having your little one with you?
It's hard. I would definitely. I think that's the best word to describe it. I wouldn't want it any other way. I can't imagine her not being out here with me. And like I said, I do feel a bit like a rookie trying to figure everything out. Whether it's bringing her diapers to daycare or having enough milk for her, all these types of things that have never entered my mind before when I go to a golf course. But our daycare and what Smuckers has done for the tour moms is just truly, it's amazing. It helps, so much. I would say just the peace of mind knowing that, she's with her friends and she's having a great time, and these incredible women are looking out for our little ones, and it allows me to go and do my job.
Absolutely. And then any other questions too we could take now?
Hey, Paula. Everybody in women's golf is talking about what Rose did this past weekend. But if you go back about, I guess, 19, 20 years here, you were a putt away from almost pulling off the same exact thing. When you watched this past weekend, did that any flashbacks, any memories? Could you identify with her at all?
Oh, definitely. I remember being kind of, just definitely in that same situation that she was when I went with Kerr on the last hole here. And it's great to see. Rose, I don't know her very well, but she carries herself, with a presence, and seems like has a good head on her shoulders. And it was great to see. She handled herself well, and to come out with that kind of pressure too, and also in the mindset of, hey, I mean, it is what it is, and just being able to pull it off, it was very fun. And yes, I do remember being in the similar situations of that, and it's fun, it's exciting. I mean, that's why you compete, is for those moments.
Yeah. You and the world has had a lot going on the past couple of years. You haven't really played a full schedule, I think, since 2019. How tough is it to come out here and compete at a high level when you're not out here on a regular basis?
I mean, to be honest, the play out here is strong. I mean, it's just the girls they're great. They're really good players, and you can't get away with the mistakes. And your short game, they're really good, making clutch putts here and there. And I haven't had a full schedule yet. And for me, I've always been a player that likes to play a lot and has a scorecard in her hand constantly. And I'm still kind of getting back to that. And, it hasn't been a consistent year for me to be able to go through the ups and the downs. And, right now I'm just trying to kind of figure out my place and figure out what makes me comfortable out in the golf course. And I need repetition, and I need those types of things to kind of get back in my own little world. And right now it's I've never experienced anything like this before. Obviously, having my daughter out here, and my schedules are different. My practice, regimen is different, and I'm learning what's works best for me, and that's just a whole nother challenge. And then, like I said, you add on top of that how good everybody is. You just can't have the mistakes that I have been having out on the golf course.
How have you found becoming a mom has it changed your competitiveness at all? I've heard some cases where people who become a mom or a dad, they become even more competitive.
I would say I feel like I'm more, because I want to prove it more to her, and I have to understand the reason why I'm out here, and what I'm trying to do with my goals and everything is, kind of need to rein it back in a little bit and just be able to go out and play good golf. But I'm definitely, if not more competitive now than what I, 5-6 years ago. And that's, to me, is kind of hard to believe, because I've always been so competitive and want things so badly. But now I just have to figure out how to channel that energy and that emotion and those goals kind of in a different way.
Yeah, and last one for me. Over the years of this tournament, the fans here have kind of adopted players over the years and made them kind of the hometown favorites. And I think you were one of those players. I mean, do you feel that when you come here that
this is
like a home, maybe you have a hometown advantage here a little bit?
Yes, I do. I mean, just even with all the volunteers, everybody that is, they always come back to this week and are here for the LPGA. And I've been around a while, so I get to see and get to meet everybody, and I do feel like I've always had kind of a one up with the fans here. They've always been incredibly supportive of me and my golf, especially in this area. So yes, I would say it is nice to come back to that.
All right, thanks. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then Kent, would you like to unmute and ask the questions?
Paula, there was some minor news dropped yesterday in the world of golf with the PGA Tour, DP World Tour, and PIF. How did you react when you saw the news?
Well, I think like everybody, we're all very surprised with what happened. I mean, I only know what everybody else does, that was released with, and I can understand why some of the players were, the quotes that they have said were disappointed and with what happened, but I mean, it is what it is, and I guess we'll just have to wait to see all the fine details of it.
How do you see that merger and whatever details emerge impacting the future of the LPGA?
Can you turn that up a little bit? Sorry.
How do you see that merger potentially impacting the future of the LPGA?
Oh, goodness. It's a loaded question. I have no idea. I honestly have not sat in on anything about meetings or whatnot, so I honestly I can't answer that question.
That's fair. Thanks, Paula.
And then one last question we'll wrap up with. After the past few tournaments this season, what are you looking forward to most this week and the start of the summer stretch?
Well, like I said, I know this golf course very well, and obviously I want to go out and play my best and do well. And for me, it's just a lot about confidence and taking what I've been working on to the golf course and mentally being able to handle that. So for me, I have small goals right now, and I just want to try to do my best to get to those small goals. And it's a long year. There's a lot of events coming up, and I want to be able to be in the right headspace and be able to be in contention again, but I need to kind of overcome a couple other things. So hopefully this week can, with that comfortability of being on the golf course, can help me kind of surpass what I've been going through.